everybody, John the Mini Doc here. Just wanted to make our first video here in the shop and talk about something that is probably the most important thing in the Mini world, in the Mini life. These second gen Minis, they can use up to a quart of oil every 1,000 miles from the factory. And a lot of people get in trouble because they don't know that, they don't know how to check the oil properly, or they check it like a regular car. And unfortunately what happens is it'll give you a false reading and you can do some pretty severe engine damage and also do some damage to your wallet. So hopefully this video will help you to save some money and to maintain your baby. You want to think about this dipstick tube like a P-trap in a kitchen sink. So what I mean by that is it kind of has a low spot and oil can collect right there, and you could be completely out of oil. And when you check it like a normal car, pull the dipstick out, wipe it, and then check the oil, it can actually read full, even if there's about a half a quart of oil in the motor due to oil being in that tube. So what Mini wants you to do is they want you to pull this dipstick out and wipe it with a nice clean rag. And you actually want to go in until you hear an audible click. So if you notice, this base of the dipstick will actually be almost even, just a little bit higher than this rubber gasket here. And what you want to do is you want to pull it back out, and if you see all that oil on the dipstick there, it actually, we didn't even go into the oil pan, and it is actually reading like it's almost full of oil. So what you want to do is you want to just stay in that tube, you want to go down until you hear that click and bring it back out. Now Mini says something ridiculous like wiping this tube almost 30 times, which is absolutely insane. What we found in our experience here at the shop is 8 to 10 times will actually get a lot of that oil out. And again, I want to reiterate, we are not going all the way down into that oil pan. If you do that, you're going to be bringing and pulling up more oil, and you're just going to keep lubricating the tube. So we're just going to keep wiping it here. So now once you've cleaned that dipstick tube about 8 to 10 times, and you'll notice that this won't really have a ton of oil on it if you're low on oil. If it's full of oil, you need to keep cleaning. But once that's nice and dry, you're gonna actually go all the way in and now check the oil like you would a regular car. And if you notice, it gives you almost a perfect indicator on there, and you can actually see we're right at this bottom dot, which means that we are actually 1 quart low on oil. Now if you do this and you don't see any oil on this dipstick, what you want to do is add 1 quart of oil, and then you want to start the process over again and check the oil until you see that oil is at the top dot on this dipstick. This trick will literally save you thousands and thousands of dollars. A Mini engine from Mini is about $10,000 plus install, which is not something that you want to pay. When you can pop the hood and just do this once every 2 weeks, once a week, depending on how much you drive, maybe even just once a month. But this is one of the most common issues and one of the biggest mistakes that people make. And it's a very, very easily avoidable thing. So I hope this video helps you. Give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more pro tips.